Hi everyone, as promised this is my 5-month wrap up, and it's a bit late just because I'd finished my A-levels and then I kind of just wanted to sleep for like 3 days straight, which I did. So yeah, and I'm happy they're done, and now I've got like 2 weeks off because study leave is still on for other people that still have exams. I feel sorry for you other people that still have exams, but I get 2 weeks to do nothing, which is nice. Well, not do nothing. I want to read and watch films and go out and see friends and blah, 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 all that fun stuff. But anyway, this video is going to be my 5-month wrap up, which I mentioned because I was absent on the channel from about December to May, and I didn't have time to make videos at all or edit them, but I did have time to read because I always make time to read. I don't feel me if I don't read. It's weird. Anyway, so I'm just going to be going through quite quickly what I read because I read quite a lot because it's over 5 months. But if you want to know more in detail about what it's about or what I thought, then I'll leave a link to my blog where I've put up reviews for each book that I mentioned in this video. Cool, so yeah, let's go. So the first book I read in my long gap off this channel was Hateless by Jennifer Brown, and very quickly this is about a girl living through the aftermath of a high school shooting at her school that her boyfriend committed. So basically her boyfriend did the shooting and then shot himself, and then obviously that was very hard for her, but then she has to go back to school and face all the people that survived and know what happened. So as you can imagine, it's going to be quite tough for her. I really like the idea of you get multiple people's like attitudes towards the event, which I thought was really interesting and really well done, so I really enjoyed that. The next book I read was Pandemonium by Lauren Oliver, which is the second in the Delirium series. Well, it's the sequel to Delirium, which I really enjoyed. I thought that was as good as the first one, and it kept me interested and kept me gripped, so I definitely recommend this series if you haven't started it already. The next book is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, and I'm not going to talk too much about this because I think everyone knows what this book is, but I loved it so much. Voila, it's so good. Oh my god, I'm so excited for the movie because my bae, forever and always, Tim Burton, is directing it. Since I was about 6 years old, I've loved Tim Burton's movies. Oh, so good. I'm so excited. I could not be more excited for this. Oh my god. The next book I read was Alice in Zombieland. Gotta be honest, it didn't do it for me. I really love the premise, and I love, like, if you know me, I love anything, literally anything to do with fairy tales, so I was ready to completely fall in love with this, but I didn't really like the main character. I didn't really like the love interest. I didn't really like the writing style, and it wasn't like, not a lot happened, and I gave up like halfway through. But I gave it my best shot. I got like over 150 pages in, and then I thought life's too short, you know. No, sorry. I'm sorry. The next book is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, which is talked about a lot on BookTube. So obviously I won't say too much, but it's so good. It's about this travelling circus that appears in the night without warning, and it's just really beautifully written. I think it really captures a kind of hypnotic, magical atmosphere of the circus, and especially in the writing style, it's quite dreamy and descriptive, which I really liked. But the kind of dreamy writing means it's quite slow paced, which some people would find irritating, but I really liked it. I thought it was really, really good. Quick side note, if I sound like I have a cold in this video, it's because I do, and I don't know how. It's May, it's nearly June, why do I have a cold? I'm not that sure, but that's the reason why I sound a bit in this video, so I apologise if that's irritating you, because it's irritating me. I can hear it and it's like... The next book I read, well, I listened to Mark of Athena, which is third book in Heroes of Olympus. Oh, so good. And then I read House of Hades, which is the fourth book of Heroes of Olympus. I love this series so much. Why am I hating myself? It's just the characters, the writing, the sass. I'm all over it. I love it. It's so good. And like, I know I've only got Blood of Olympus left, and that at the same time excites me and scares me because I want to know how it ends, but I don't want it to end, if you get my drift. It's a hard life being a book lover, isn't it? It's hard. The next book I read was The Death Cure, which, yes, completely ripped out my heart. Let's not discuss. The next book I read was Love, Rosie, which I really like because okay, don't hate me, I saw the film before I read the book. Yeah, I know, but I saw the film for my birthday, and I don't know if I loved the film so much because it was my birthday and I was happy, but I think I love Lily Collins. I love Sam Claflin, who played the two main characters in the film. I thought the film was really just really sweet, really funny, and kind of really true to life. I thought it was just really a really good film, and I thought I would read the book because why not? And I really like this as well. It's an epistolary novel, which I learned that terminology from my A-level, so who said it would be useful? Not me. I did say that. Basically it's told through letters, but that's what an epistolary novel is, but because it's modern, it's told through also text and email, so I thought it was a really interesting look into their lives, and you kind of felt like you were part of their circle, I guess because you were reading their messages on emails, so you felt like they'd been sent to you. I don't know, I just felt like it was really readable, and you kind of just got easily wrapped up in this world that I really liked, and I really love these characters as well, so it was a really enjoyable read, and I recommend it a lot. The next books I read I will couple together because they were Scarlet and Cress, books 2 and 3 in the Lunar Chronicles, which is just like, I do not have the words to describe how much I love the series. It is so good. They're basically fairy tale retellings, and the first book, Cinder, you can probably guess, is a fairy tale retelling of Cinderella, and then the Scarlet is the Red Riding Hood, and Cress is Rapunzel, although that wasn't really obvious by the title, but by the picture I'm sure you can guess. And they're just so good. It's got, you know, all the fairy tale elements, like the kind of plot lines, but it's also got like really lovable kind of characters and personalities, and also there's other stuff about like cyborgs and technology, which is really interesting. It's in like a futuristic setting, and I just cannot get enough. I need Winter, which is book 4, now, please. Books I read I will couple together again because these are actually graphic novels, and wrong way around. I read Kick-Ass and Kick-Ass 2 by Mark Millar and John Romita Jr. Yeah, that's it. I love Kick-Ass. It is so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's so funny, but it's also really violent, and it has lots of swearing. So if you don't like that, then maybe not for you, but it's brilliant, and I recommend this. Oh, so good. It's so... The next book I read was City of Heavenly Fire. Like, finally, I had to... so annoying, because I'm not one of those people that got into Mortal Instruments like right when City of Bones came out as a hardback, you know, like, because I was probably like 10 or something, I don't know, but I bought, when I got into City of Bones, I read the book, and then in paperback, and then I bought City of Ashes to City of Lost Souls, which is books 2 to 5, in paperback, and I read all of those, and then I had to wait a year and a half for City of Heavenly Fire to come out, and it came out in hardback, and I was like, I can't buy that. I have the rest of the series in paperback. I cannot buy that. It's not going to fit on my shelf. It's going to look weird. And I don't want to say OCD because I know that's an actual thing that people have. I don't want to just throw that around, but I'm really pernickety about my shelves. Like, no. So I had to wait like another, I don't know, like year or something for it to come out in paperback. So long time, like, you know, waiting for this. And, you know, did not disappoint. And obviously, I think everyone knows what this is about, but Shadowhunters, sass, great characters, action, love. It's just got everything in there that you want, and it's amazing. It's so good. The next book I read is going to be very hard to talk about because I actually haven't read... No, that's a lie. I've read one book since I read this one, simply because I've been like, about this book. And then it's All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. And I tweeted Jennifer Niven like this massive like paragraph, like I wrote it on notes on my iPad, this massive paragraph about what this book like means to me, and she replied, and it kind of made my life, so not gonna lie. And I love this book. It's about Finch and Violet. Violet, her sister died in a car crash, and she's still kind of dealing with that, and then Finch struggles kind of with mental issues, as in he goes from being really awake and alive and happy to being the asleep, which is kind of depressed and dark. So it's kind of like bipolar, but he doesn't really class it as that, and you'll see why if you read the book. And I just thought this was beautifully written. I loved the characters, and for me as well, it was just, I really related to kind of the feelings in it, and it just meant a lot to me and stuff. And if you read my review, you'll know that I said that this book was like, you know, in The Fault in Our Stars, when Hazel says, Hazel says something about, you know, when you read a book and it fills you with, you know, you're like, oh my god, it's so good, so you want everyone to read it, but then you don't want them to read it, because if they did, it would be like an invasion of your privacy. That's what this book is to me. I'm like, read it, but no, it's mine. The last book I read, well, the most recent book I read, because that brings us up to now, was All I Know Now by Carrie Fletcher, which is awesome. It's so good. And I went to Carrie's signing, and I met her, and she's awesome, and this book is awesome, and it's so good. It's literally like, it is just like a companion in book, because like if you ever need a helping hand throughout life, this is for you. Because I know she says it's for, you know, a kind of a guidebook for getting, oh jeez, a guidebook for getting through, you know, the teen age or being a teenager. I think there are so many adults that I know that would benefit from reading this, because it has stuff in there like how to like apologize properly or how to realize that you're in the wrong, and I think that's just kind of relevant whatever stage at life you're at, kind of thing. So I really loved this, and I'll definitely be going, I have read it like from beginning to end, but I definitely will be going back to it and rereading parts when I feel they'll be pertinent in my life. But I thought it was such a good debut from Carrie, and I thought it was really useful, and I think it will really help a lot of people, and that's always to be celebrated and always really, really good. So definitely pick this up if you haven't already, and support a fellow YouTuber. Go on, she's awesome, and she's an actress and a singer, and she did her own illustrations for this book, and I'm just like, what can't you do? It's not fair. It's not fair. But, you know, she's one of those people that you kind of want to hate because she's so good at everything, but then you're like, oh, I can't because she's so nice. So that is it for this video, and I'm sorry if my nasal issues bothered you, but yeah, deal with it. And the next video will probably be a bookshelf tour, even though my bookshelf is a bit barren, as you'll see, because I'll explain more properly in my bookshelf tour, but I cleared out some shelves in my other bookcase, so then this is now empty, and it is irritating me, but I have to read loads of books so I can fill it up, but just, you know, never a problem. So yeah, so I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you feel like, and I will definitely reply to you, because bookish people for the win. Alright, do people still say for the win? Probably not. I'll see you in my next video. What is this? Like an outro.